Wow. Welcome to DogStar.
Each week we sit down with a star of rap and R&B. And this week we have the pleasure of sitting down with Keke G.
Yes, indeed. Hey-yo. How you doing, man? I appreciate y'all for having me.
Oh, we appreciate you coming out, making the trek out here, and showing some love from Minnesota. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
But yeah, we want to waste no time and get right into the stories.
Hop in the time machine.
So yeah, were you born in Minnesota?
Minneapolis, Minnesota, yep.
All right, very cool. And who were you living with early on in life who was like picking out the music?
Or in control of the music?
Right.
I feel like my family, my whole family does music. My cousins, I was in the studio at like 5 with my first song recorded. So I feel like that was enough motivation for me, just having a bunch of cousins that's always in the kitchen rapping, and I'm like the youngest out of the crew and wanted to be like them and wanted to rap with them. So I was always inspired to do music, and I feel like them just being around always pushed me to want to do more music for sure.
Yeah, a very unique situation growing up. Can you take us back to what you remember from being in the studio at 5 years old?
Yeah, they put me in the studio. I remember rapping, and when I got done rapping, they was all clapping hands like, "Oh, she just did it." And I was just like, I spit a little something. Like I was working on stuff too. So I just went in the studio and just spit something, and they were liking it. So it was actually kind of crazy because it was like my first time even rapping for them, and they were like, they loved it. So
oh my God.
After that, it kind of made me want to get in the studio more. So it's like, it was definitely fun.
That is amazing. And it sounds like something you wrote yourself at that time, which blows my mind.
Yes,
awesome.
yes.
And it was a few of my next questions. What was the first song you recorded that you wrote? Mm-hmm. Or at least the contribution to the song.
Yep.
Is that song still available for diehard fans?
I honestly don't even think I have the track anymore. Honestly, I had it for a long time. I think it got lost in my emails. But yeah, I was in I made like a preschool song or something like that, and it was they loved it. So, but it's not available. I don't know where it would be now, honestly.
But still, it's at such a young age, adding minutes to your 10,000 hours of investment, of dedication.
For sure.
So amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, lucky to have found that so young. Then in school or anything, did you already have your outlet set because you were writing songs and making music, or did you dabble in other stuff?
I mean, no, I was pretty much set with music. Like that was kind of like I even now, I have people reach out to me like, you said when we were in elementary school you were gonna do this, and it's crazy to see you actually living your dreams out. And I was thinking dang, I was telling people that in elementary, and people remember that and actually can see the growth from it. But yeah, I mean, I absolutely, I went to high school for recording arts too. So I went to school for recording arts. And then before that, I actually went to Fred Moore Middle School in Anoka. Okay. So that was a school for performing arts. So that kind of taught me how to perform and kind of got over my stage fright that I had at the time too. So
that is huge. Let's go to that school in Anoka. Yeah. What are some of the, let's say, stage rules that can apply to any genre of music, any stage performance? What were some of the first things they taught you?
I feel like they taught me more so posture when you on stage, and not being afraid, speaking loud, clear, just more so your stage presence when you're on the stage, of how you should look and posture, body language, stuff like that. And then they also kind of let you do skits and stuff like that, just really to kind of help me with my stage fright that I had. But yeah, we would do skits, and we would just teach you kind of how to pretty much just rock out when you're on the stage, what you should be doing. So yeah, it was pretty dope.
And I assume you've continued to perfect those skills to this day.
Definitely perfected it. I feel like I've mastered it, actually. I love it.
That's so cool to hear.
For sure.
So you were learning the stage presence classes in high school. Were you doing shows and performing during that time?
I believe I was always doing music and stuff. I believe my first actual place I performed, I believe, was the Capri Theater. My grandma was just talking about that the other day. She drove past and was talking about it, and I'm like, I forgot all about that. So
middle school, high school, when was that?
That was definitely this was when I was going to Northview. So that was definitely probably I would say 4th, 5th grade.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was young. I've been performing for a long time.
No
so
stranger to the stage.
no
Yeah.
stranger at all. And I think that's why when I do get on the stage, people can tell like, okay, she does this for real. It's not like, I really do,
It's electric.
I rock out for
Yeah.
sure.
How did the... Because I assume you've got people helping you out. Obviously, you're a kid. You need rides, places. Who had, like, the most knowledge of, like, the industry in your life? Who was kind of showing you the...
I was in like a group at what's Zanewood Recreational Center or something like that. That's near Northview, and they had like a hip hop class for the arts. So I actually had like a mentor kind of, and he was the one booking the shows. We performed at like Hennepin Technical College as kids. We performed there. We went to the Capri Theater. So they was more so like guiding me through the music, helping me like far as videos and all of that type of stuff that I wanted to do. But overall, I feel like it was more so just like I was in a lot of hip hop for the arts classes and just stuff like that kept me like, I guess kept me on my feet about what was going on in the industry, even at that time. So I kind of knew, even before I went to Studio 4, I kind of already knew, how the industry was and what not to do and what not to sign type of thing. So
A student of the genre.
definitely,
Heck
definitely.
What was the transition like? Or was those groups through school, or was that through...
No, they were just at the recreational center. It was just a rec center, and you would go up there, and I guess it was like a little group that they created there, and it was a lot of us that actually rapped or did music or sing or stuff like that. So yeah, we all came together and would just do like a class. It was like once or twice every week or something like that. So yeah, it was pretty dope.
And you're an artist known for keeping multiple plates spinning at a time.
Definitely.
Inside the studio, outside the studio, on stage, off stage, in the clothing design studio,
Definitely.
outside of the clothing design studio.
Definitely.
Where did you learn like a basic like time management? Did they teach you that in school?
I feel like, yeah. Time management is, I feel like, a big thing. I'm still learning, honestly, because I do so many different things. I have 5 different businesses, so. But yeah, definitely like, timing is everything. I feel like they did teach us a lot about time management and just being on time, being on point for things and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking a lot of musicians, a lot of performers aren't exposed to, life lessons that they can apply to other areas of their life that early.
Yeah.
That's just it's so amazing to me.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. I must say that class that I was in, the We Are Hip Hop, that was a really dope session that they created. It taught us a lot, taught me a lot early on. So I was pretty much prepared and ready to go by like, my teens. I was ready to do what I needed to do.
Totally.
Did the music classes involve some of the how to do business stuff, or where'd you get the desire to start so many businesses?
I mean, I feel like everything just like kind of like came together, but I went to school. I went to college for business management.
Okay.
So, and I didn't know what I wanted to do when I went to college, and that's what I went to college for. And so I feel like now that like I got a little bit more wiser, it just was like, it just made sense. And then obviously music is business. So it's like everything you do is really business. So it's like, even with the clothing business and stuff like that. But overall, I feel like me just going to school and me going to Studio 4, because they definitely had, it's a college-based school, they definitely had classes like getting you prepared for like, owning a business, stuff like that. So I feel like just self-teaching myself too. I always wanted to learn new stuff and learn more. So stuff like that just kind of pushed me to want to like create a business. And then it's like, I think COVID really pushed me to kind of like go crazy even with my brand, because it was like, you can't even count on the government at this point.
Right.
Nobody was working. So it was like, that's what really made me like, what, I should start up some stuff. And like, at first I just took my brand as like merch, but like, I'm like, no, this is apparel. I need to make this a business, and everything that I was doing like as a side hustle, I turned it into like a LLC and actually made it a business.
Oh, that's so admirable. I mean, you're an inspiration to us, for sure.
I appreciate
you're
that.
You're an inspiration to a lot out there.
Thank you.
And we know Rasta Apparels, was there businesses before that?
I had Rasta Apparels, and I did have a food business as well because I do cook. I'm a private chef as well. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chefing it
when
up
were you?
literally.
Where did that fall into line? When did you start cooking or knowing that you could cook?
I've always cooked. Like Thanksgiving, my mom would always have me in the kitchen helping cook the greens, cut up stuff and stuff like that. And then I've always worked like chef jobs. Like if I ever worked a job, I haven't worked a job in years. You know, I've been an entrepreneur for almost like 8 years now. But when I was working jobs, it would be like chef jobs and stuff like that. I love stuff like that. So, but I don't know, I've always had a passion for cooking. I love food and I love eating. So I think it just was only right that, you know, I at least start, you know, trying to cook for other people. And I would honestly cook for friends and they would be like, oh my God, this is so good. And it really went from there. Like I couldn't just cook for somebody and it just be that. They start blowing my phone up trying to bring me like, can you come over and cook today? And just like my grandma and everybody trying to put me to work, you cooking the greens. I just got off the plane and I'm already got to, you know, cook some food. So they love it. When I do cook, they absolutely love it. And that's kind of why I keep going and why I keep cooking and keep doing different stuff.
And who knows? I can picture the Keke G cooking show.
Oh yeah, I can see
yeah.
that. I could definitely see that. That's actually dope. I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll talk off mic.
For sure.
Do you think you're getting different things from each of those, like cooking, music, and the apparel? Or do you think you kind of get the same thing from all of them? And that's why you like them?
I feel like I get similar. I feel like they all go hand in hand, honestly. Like, but I do feel like my brand has gotten me into rooms and opened up doors that I feel like my music or cooking couldn't have. So I do feel like it all kind of, it is the same, but it's a little bit different too when you have like an apparel and have something to offer, you know. So yeah. Before
we get into your discography, I wanted to ask about your writing process and how it's evolved since you were 5 years old. Or has it been kind of you've been working on some lyrics and then once a beat, can you break it down for us?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I used to freestyle a lot, actually. Okay. Like, I didn't used to write too crazy. But then I got into poetry, and then I actually like just writing. I like writing my feelings down, all of that. So I feel like even now, like, I've gotten more into, like, the freestyle thing, but I write just because I feel like that's where my best music comes from, is when I actually write it down. And it's, like, my true feelings that I'm writing down versus me. When I freestyle, I kind of say whatever just, you know, comes to my head or just whatever. But when you write it down, you actually have the time to think about how you feel and actually put some thought into the song that you're creating. So I like writing. I love writing. I feel like at times certain songs I'll freestyle, certain songs I'll write. Okay. But overall, I do love writing. That's the favorite part to me, honestly.
Who got you into, or what got you into poetry and kind of journaling or self-reflection?
I feel like what got me into poetry was, I would say the Fred Moore school that I went to, because I was I guess rapping, but it wasn't really rap. It was poetry. You know, it's kind of the same thing, but it was just a lot of people in those performing classes that did poetry, and so it was like more so something I was comfortable with doing. I didn't want to be, you know, I really just wanted to do poetry. That was just what I really wanted to do. So I went with it.
No, I like that. Pretty sweet. I mean, again, we're trying not to fan out too much, but we're trying to cover the bases.
Yeah, learning where it all started. And then you were saying the Rasta Apparel started as merch originally?
Yeah. So it was originally merch to sell at the shows, you know, especially at the time, you know, before I was doing paid shows. It was kind of like, if I'm not going to get paid for a show, if you're booking me to perform, the brand has to come and I'm going to make my money regardless. So if you don't pay me for the show, as long as I could get Rasta in there, I'm still going to leave with about $500 and I'm cool with that. So that was really what it was about. But then I noticed that it was more than just merch. It was like when people would get it, they would love it and they would ask for more. And it's not just something like a T-shirt that you just sign and it's like, no, they like, we want an outfit. We want, like, people were blowing me up about it. And so I started taking it serious, and it really has changed my life for real, honestly.
Do you think you were always, like, thinking about fashion or what you were wearing? Or?
I've always been into fashion because I like being fresh and fly, but I feel like it was more so I wanted to learn how to do clothes and make clothes more so to like, make money for shows or whatever I was doing. But then I turned around and actually loved doing it. So now I love design and I love coming up with new ideas.
Whoa.
I love seeing people in my brand. I love seeing them smile and feel good, stuff like that. So it does. I absolutely love it.
A question we can end. We got to take a break in a few minutes.
Okay.
Question we may end on. Where do you think that intersection of art and commerce meets, or how do you so seamlessly blend them together in like all your endeavors?
I feel like they all just kind of go hand in hand, like in a way. Like, music is art. It's a form of expression.
Yeah.
I feel like obviously clothes as well is a form of expression. I don't know. I feel like everything, I don't know. I feel like they all are art in its own way, and I feel like they all just go hand in hand. It just so happened that everything I do, it kind of works out.
Because there's some artists who would say selling art makes it not art anymore, adding, but in my mind, spreading it to more people, enhancing it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a tricky balance for some, but again, you just do it so well, I think.
I appreciate that.
What advice or like selling merch is a great way to make money as an artist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What would you suggest, or if you could go back, what would you tell yourself to get for like your first order? What would you get? Like what could artists maybe watching this be like, I don't have any merch yet. The first thing I should get is,
I would just get you some T-shirts. Like, that's the easiest thing to go for. Just get you some T-shirts, something quick that they can throw on. T-shirts or hats, something like that. It's like not too much, not too expensive to get like a blank shirt if you're making them yourself or whatever the case may be. But I feel like a T-shirt is the most easiest thing,
The most versatile.
For sure, yeah.
Did you start out printing them yourself when you were doing them?
I started off. I used to have like vinyl DTFs, so I used to just, I'll press my own T-shirts up, and I will give a lot away at my shows. I'll toss them out to the fans and to the crowd. But yeah, I used to press all of my own stuff, and I here and there I still do, because like we sell a lot out at the mall, and so a lot of times, we're waiting on the manufacturer to bring clothes. So then I get back in there and start cooking up and making clothes. And,
Wow.
So yeah, I still make them.
I mean, I like that dedication. I like that hustle.
I appreciate that.
We are sitting down with Keke G here on DogStar.
Make sure to follow her on Instagram, the official Keke G. The Instagram for Rasta Apparels is _Rasta Apparels, on the website, which has got some of your music shows and stuff on there too.
Yep.
RastaApparels.com is a great way to find everything.
Follow us at DogStar Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. If you're listening, check us out on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, check us out over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We will be right back with more Keke G on DogStar.
Yep.
Bow wow. Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar.
Sitting down with Keke G, the recording artist, event planner, which we haven't talked about yet, clothing designer, fashion influencer, CEO of Rasta Apparel,
Chef.
private chef, and boxer, which we
yeah.
also have.
I never knew that.
Yep.
So yeah,
A lot of pies in the oven.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We were talking during the break. We want to make sure we don't miss any of your previous artist names. So it's like starting to rap at 5. Did you have like a cute little kid
Performer name?
I mean, I've always went by like Keke G. That's always been kind of what I went by. I had a struggle with either Keke G or Loco. Loco was my like
Alter ego.
Yeah, it was like, but it's like now I ended up just going with Keke G because it's my name. It's simple. And I feel like I just use Loco as like my tag in the beginning of my songs now. So it's like I feel like I'm both still. But
Right.
Keke G is really what I went by majority of my times.
Again, that's super rare.
Yeah.
To keep it consistent.
Yep.
I'm sure we both know artists, so it's like you change your name every 5 months, dude.
Yep. No, I try to keep it the same. That way, all my fans can find me from years ago. I got, like I said, I got songs and videos from like at least 10, 12 years ago. So I like to keep it the same. That way they can come and find me, and there's no mix-ups and that, stuff like that. So.
Yeah, let's dive into your discography or maybe some of the early highlights, because you were talking off mic. There's a vault. There's a lot. You got a lot of music.
I do.
Yeah, I might have dropped the ball on my research. I was looking on YouTube. Oldest thing I could find was "That's Not Love." And That's 11 years ago.
Okay,
so that's pretty far back. So I was like, oh, I got it. But you were saying there's a spot or SoundCloud. As well.
Yeah. I got some stuff on my SoundCloud. I got a few different tracks. I did make like a few different other songs before That's Not Love. I don't know if I ever shot the video to it or not, but I believe that was my first video that I did record though. That was my very first video that I recorded. That, and I believe The Rain was like the second video that I recorded. So yeah, that was about 12 years ago.
And how much like creative control did you have with the visuals? Did you work with the
we worked very up close and personal. We came up with like a real storyline behind it, and I kind of did a lot of acting in that very first video I shot. Had some of my close friends there. It was really a storyline of something that happened to like a family member of mine too. So it was a deep definitely a deep video, dope a videographer. I think that was Dario who shot that. Dario from Studio 4.
Oh, sick.
But yeah, dope visuals for sure.
And how do you pick what songs get visual, which don't?
I feel like I really try to go off like I ask the people. Like sometimes I'll send it out to people like. I got like at least maybe 25 unreleased songs that I just send out to close friends, family, or sometimes I just let random people hear it. If I keep getting that, this is it, or that's fire, I'm like, yeah, I'm shooting a video to it.
Okay.
But if I kind of get like it's all right, or, I kind of just, but I have a hard time with, figuring out what I want to shoot and what I don't. And, that's why I kind of just go with the flow, honestly, like whatever I feel like is that hit that needs to be out, I just drop it, so especially with the timing of everything, depending on what the song is about or something like that, I try to do that too.
I mean, hypothetically, talking about the timelessness of art, if one of your older songs started to get in the set list a little bit more, started to pop off a little bit more online, would you go back and make a music video for a song that's like 7, 8, 10 years old?
I've thought about that, yeah. I would.
That would be sweet.
I actually have a few songs that I feel like is really good songs that I just never got a chance to shoot a video for, but it's old now. So I feel like, it's so old that it's like, is it even worth shooting a video to it now?
It might be brand new to some.
But that's so true. And moving from here to another state, it's literally everything is new to them. So like even the songs that I was performing here, is old to you guys now, but it's new to them. So it's like I'm still performing songs that I made from like 4 years ago out there, and they love it. Like
that's so awesome.
So yeah, it's pretty dope.
That would be sweet.
And then, are there any like albums or EPs on SoundCloud that we would have missed?
I think I'm more of a singles type of person. I've dropped projects. Big Business was the latest project that I dropped. But I'm really a single person. I feel like it's that one song that's gonna blow up 9 times out of the 10. So I keep dropping singles. That's usually how I do it, and it's worked for me too that way. I mean, I like doing the EPs and albums and stuff. But I truthfully feel like when I have so much music, it kind of forces me like to kind of put it all in one instead of just drop. But I don't know. I just like to. Stick with the singles for some reason. I never really got into like projects for real.
And something I always forget about, again, as a fan, is every set list is basically like a mini album that
really
you are curating.
It really
it's different or as custom or
true.
as tailored fit as you want it to be every night. So it's like, you're no stranger to ordering these songs in a way that's going to kind of hypnotize us.
Yeah,
so.
that's so true.
You're making an album every performance.
Literally.
But the singles approach, I think that's the way to go for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
To gain that momentum.
For sure.
So I would say, That's Not Love, Drip, The Rain, Pillow Talk, Illest Alive, and Dark Side kind of all came out within those 2.5 years. But but then there was a little bit of a break.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember what that was?
Yeah, I feel like right after I got out of high school, I kind of was like, trying to figure everything out, going to college and stuff like that. And I was going to college and working 2 jobs and trying to, make a living and I was 18 at that time, trying to get a crib, trying to get a car, trying to figure it out. So yeah, I definitely did take a small break. And I feel like it was definitely needed because I was able to structure, my life. Because I feel like if your life is crazy, it's kind of hard to be able to show up with music and, drop as consistently as you want to. But I feel like I took that little small break and then definitely came back, 10 times harder for sure.
I mean,
plus you're going to school for business and everything too.
Yeah, it was a lot at that time, honestly, it was.
but you got to live life to make art,
Exactly.
even if it's a struggle sometimes.
Exactly, yep, you're right.
But you weren't locked up because the song When You Come Back is First Day Out. And so it was like,
I'm dead.
that was
Nope.
like a 3-year gap, and then First Day Out comes out.
That song was just so hard to me. Like that I had to remix it. That T Grizzly First Day Out, it was so hard. I had to remix it. So, and I feel like once I heard the beat and the song and him and how hard he was going on there, I said, yeah, I gotta drop something just as hard. And yeah, I dropped that, and people loved it. I wish I would have shot a video to that too. Honestly, that was
too
like
late. Never too late.
Exactly.
I probably could, honestly. But yeah, that was actually one of my favorite songs I wrote because it was just hard. I felt like he went so hard on there. It made me go so hard. I had to.
Pulled you right back in.
Pulled me right back in for sure. But no, I was not locked up. That's funny.
Are you working with the same videographers a lot of the time?
Yes.
or-
So when I find a videographer, I like to stick with them. I'm not one of those that like to hop around. I really like to lock in with one person so that way they can kind of see my vision. We can, build from there. I feel like when you jump around to different people, not everybody has like a visual for sure. Like some people just hold a camera and just, shoot a
Right.
video, or some people may just have the following. And I like to actually build with my videographer, especially if this is going to be something you're recording my music. So it's like, we got to be locked in. So I don't like to jump around. If I find me a good videographer, I like to stick with them for sure.
Yeah, whether it's videographer or featured artist, what do you look for in a collaborator? What are the
I feel
traits?
like definitely the quality. The quality has to be there. I don't think, especially with That's Not Love being my first video that I shot, that was a really top-notch quality video, industry level video
Set
for sure.
the bar high.
So yeah, after that, that's exactly what I was looking for. Something that would either top that or would be similar to that. So like, the quality being there. A professional videographer, obviously, because we get some that's not so professional. But overall, just somebody that actually do it because they love it, not just holding the camera, or, they actually have a visual or a vision, or, can actually direct or help, you with your song.
Right,
So,
contribute.
versus just holding the
camera.
camera. So yeah, I definitely look for that when I'm working with videographers for sure.
That's huge.
Sorry, there was one thing I wanted to check.
Discography wise?
Right. Yep, that was. So. Yeah, now I'm catching up with what's on Spotify. So Spotify, it starts 2019. Was that just because that's when you hooked up with DistroKid or something?
Yep,
or-
that was when that probably was the year that I had figured out how to put my music on all platforms, and so
Sick.
that's when I started trying to add on my music to DistroKid.
It wasn't some sort of like, reset or, because, the first song on there is Chosen One, and the other songs that are on YouTube might not even be on Spotify. So
Yeah,
it's like-
yeah. Some of them, that's so weird you said that, because that is true. It is certain songs that's on, I feel like, that I dropped on DistroKid, and certain songs that's just on YouTube that's not on DistroKid. Because like I say, it's a lot of music that I have, but some of it I don't actually want to put out. Like, it's there if people really want to listen to it, because there is people that hit me up like, where's that song
Yeah.
at? But it's not something I'm pushing. I just put it there for the fans. And if they happen to come across it, it's there for them,
That's huge. And what's your beat selection process like? Like videographers, are you working with a lot of the same producers?
Yeah, for sure. I try to work with a lot of different producers. I do have a few different producers I work with now, but overall, like if I can't find a person to actually create the beat while we're in the studio, actually making the music together, I try to go on like YouTube or something like that, and just or I like remixing beats too. If it's a song
Jacking
out,
for beats.
so definitely just like riding other people's beats too. I don't mind.
And what program were they teaching you in school, or what are you the most proficient in, even for remix and stuff, or recording yourself?
They actually taught me how to make beats there too, so I know how to make beats. It's just I'm only one person. I know how to make beats. I know how to do videos. I know how to edit videos. I know how to do a lot of the business aspect of music. It's just I'm only one person, but definitely, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in regards to that, what advice would you give to those other individuals, those solo dolos? So it's like, I can do it on myself. I can do it on myself. Any advice on growing a team?
I definitely would say you need a team. I kind of used to be the same way. I felt like, I could do it all alone, but reality is you can't. Everything has to work together. Even like you say, the videographer with the artist and the artist with the producer, the engineer, like, everything goes hand in hand. So you definitely need a team, and it would be better if you had a team and everybody's pushing for the same vision, same goal.
Right.
I definitely think that it's hard trying to do everything at once, and it would definitely take you a little bit longer if it's just you, for sure.
And you didn't have a difficult time like relinquishing a little control or trusting people with your vision?
I feel like I did. I have trust issues, but this is more so just believing and having faith, and just going with the flow. I'm a go with the flow type of person. I'm a Sagittarius, so I love just going with the flow. But yeah, I mean, at certain points, yeah, but that's why I try to lock in. When I lock in with somebody and I know they're good people and I know they're good, I stick with it. Yeah.
I really like that. I really respect that for sure.
I appreciate that.
Valentine's Day 2020, 2 tracks were dropped. You Wasn't and Black. What can you tell us about those 2 tracks? And were they meant to, was one supposed to be like an A-side, B-side, or is it just coincidence that they're both were dropped on the same day?
I think I just dropped both at the same time.
Sweet.
It's just a gift for Valentine's Day. Stuff that people wanted that was like just in the vault, or they heard like a snippet of it and it's like, where is it? So I feel like I dropped those both. Just trying to re-get out there, start back shooting videos and stuff like that. So I feel like that was something that I wanted to drop for the fans. And so both of those songs did get dropped at the same time.
Like you said, perfect Valentine's Day gift for the fans.
Definitely.
Big Business is the most recent, but you started dropping videos for that before the EP came out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so cool. Was it, you were kind of talking earlier about how sometimes you got so much music in the vault that you gotta drop it as a project?
Yeah,
was that one of
that
these?
was exactly what happened.
Okay.
It was so much there that it was like I gotta put them all together, and so yeah, I was dropping them. I was dropping the videos and the visuals right before I had even decided that I was going to even make it an EP. So it was kind of, that's why it was like that, because it was never in my plans to make an EP. But like you said, it was so many songs that it's like you kind of got to add it all in there.
Was that music made with like a lot of the same people doing a lot of the same roles, or were you just on fire and making stuff with a bunch of people?
I feel like everything that was on that EP was definitely probably with the like 1 or 2 producers that I worked with, and I feel like I was just on fire too. Like I was just going crazy, and so I felt like it was only right to put it together and drop it as a project.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like a painstaking process of going back in these 5-year-old track, 10-year-old tracks and be like, all right, I never dropped this, and the theme is kind of similar to this. It was more so in a shorter, more recent span of time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Because that would be stressful, going through or like trying to back up the hard drives type of thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's funny.
Were you shooting the music videos with the same people?
Yeah. Yep. I believe High Def shot majority of my music videos out here for sure. I think I went to one other person, and it was a free music video. That's how he was able to get that out of me. Tristan shot my stain that I did.
Okay.
But other than that, and he shot the Hulitty, but that was a Swabo song as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, that was his kind of like videographer, I guess, at the time. But High Def is the only person that I've worked with as far as visuals that it came to like my quality level of what I like.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, a great partnership. I hope there's more on the horizon.
Oh, yeah, I know it's plenty more out there. It just, me and him, like I say, when I find somebody that we lock in with and we grow and we build together and we got that connection, it's just easier to work with that person because they understand me, and they understand how I like stuff, and they understand because I am very particular when it comes to my videos and how it looks, and so.
And I think the fact that you know that and are conscious of that, having that kind of bird's eye view gives you a huge leg up, and it sounds like all the industries you're involved in.
Exactly, yes.
We are sitting down with Keke G here on DogStar.
Make sure to follow her on Instagram, the official Keke G, and _ Rasta Apparels for the clothing brand, rastaapparels.com for all of it.
We're going to be right back talking more discography, what's on the horizon, and dissecting the 2 tracks your representative sent over.
Including an unreleased song, so stick around.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with Keke G on DogStar.
Follow us. There's
I did not follow us at DogStar Podcast. Keke G on DogStar.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Bow wow, baby. Welcome back to DogStar.
We're here with Keke G, running through your discography. Sorry if I skipped around a bit. I did want to ask, why'd you move from Minnesota? What?
Well, honestly, I felt like I've completed everything here. I feel like I've done everything. And like I told you, I've performed pretty much everywhere you could think of performing at. And I just felt like it was time to, go to another state and do it all over again and start expanding. Like, it's a whole world out there, 49 other states. It's kind of like I didn't want to just continue to do the same thing over and over here. I kind of wanted to branch out and start trying some new stuff. So
Yeah, the quest was complete here.
Yep, I had
Bring the
got
magic elsewhere.
I feel like the year that was the year that I left, but I had got the Female Artist of the Year, Hustler of the Year award, and felt like after I got that, I felt like that was my stamp. Like, I don't have to prove myself anymore at this point. Y'all know what's up.
Exactly, getting that recognition.
Exactly. So yeah, after that, and then like I say, I've been here pretty much, for a long time. So it was just time to, get out and do some new stuff. So
I mean, you're an inspiration to a lot of local artists who want to branch out to other states.
I appreciate that.
How'd you pick North Carolina?
I had a friend, my best friend, that she left when we was in 3rd grade to go to North Carolina, and I was always mad at her and her mom for like taking her. But we kept in touch, we stayed in touch, and so she would always just be like, "Come out here,"
Whoa.
and I'd be like, "I'm coming." Never did, and like I say, I finally kind of was like, you know what? I just packed up everything and hopped on the plane and took that leap of faith, and it worked out for me.
Oh wow.
Very blessed. I appreciate her even giving me the idea to go to Charlotte, because it's definitely changed my life for sure.
Yeah, she's still living out there. She doing well?
She's doing great. Yep, she's out there too.
That's so fun. Was the plan to keep doing everything you had been doing?
Yep. My plan when I came out there, and I did just that, but I told myself, I wasn't gonna work a job. I said, if I can't, even if I gotta stand on the corner with my t-shirts, if I can't sell 5 t-shirts for $20, then I'm not a hustler. Like, come on. So I looked at it like, I was gonna continue the brand, and as much as I can, I was gonna post up wherever I had to, but I didn't even have to really do all of that, because like I went so hard when I came out there that I just was recognized by the right people.
Hit the ground running, yeah.
Yeah, it put me in those positions and opened up doors for me immediately, type thing. So.
And for our listeners in Minnesota, I mean for me, what mall are you currently posted up in?
Yeah, we're in Concord Mills Mall, so it's Concord, North Carolina.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For all you Concord heads out on the East Coast.
Exactly.
What up from Minnesota? But that's so
real.
cool that you were able to continue to keep all of the flames lit out there.
Definitely. Yeah, it showed me that I can really do anything. I went
Transfer
to
the hustle anywhere.
literally went to a whole new state I knew no one in, and you see I'm still I'm doing my thing.
I mean,
doing my thing.
what's the country? What are the next countries you want to conquer on the top of your list?
I've been thinking I honestly want to go to Texas next.
Okay.
That's literally been on my mind. I might go in the next couple years. But Charlotte has been so good to me. But I don't think that's my end destination. And I do feel like I said, so many other states, and you know, I'm willing to go to those states and do what I got to do so they know who I am and the world knows who I am.
And then maybe Dubai, Germany. You know what I mean?
For sure,
You
we
never
could
know
definitely
what's
do.
next.
Yeah, definitely. I got a couple different things. I definitely want to go to Jamaica. I definitely want to do some stuff out there. Obviously with my brand being Rasta Apparels. But I also do just, you know, I definitely want to take the brand. My first order was actually to Dubai from Rasta Apparel. So
What?
I got a lot of people that rock with me from out the country, believe it or not. Like I got a huge following in Pakistan. They love me out there. Dubai, where was this other spot? It was this guy that reached out to me that was from Paris.
Oh my God, international.
Yeah, it's been
Already.
it's been a lot of people from like all over the country, honestly, that reaches out, and I'm just like shocked that they even know who I am or what my brand is, you know. So
I mean,
it's pretty dope.
It's that magic. It's that tangible magic that people definitely are in on. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Definitely.
But yeah, this whole time still haven't stopped making music.
Exactly.
Like I said, we've got an unreleased song, and then we've got Miss Me as well to play. What can you tell us about the track Miss Me?
I feel like Miss Me, I was going through stuff. I had a homie that ended up dying when I made that song. But I didn't want it to be like a miss me when I pass away type of song, but a miss me when I'm gone, like, you know, headed to the top.
Right.
And I feel like it hit right at the perfect time when I created that song in particular. That's one of my favorite songs, and it was like the last song I dropped before I left Minnesota. So I feel like it hits different now, like that I'm actually gone, you know. And, you know, I feel like that was one of my favorite songs that I wrote. It was something that, you know, I feel like I really, you know, expressed myself in a good way on that song. And I think at that time, too, I was just going through a lot of stuff mentally. So I just, you know, I don't know. I was in the studio and really just sitting there, just coming up with ideas of what I wanted to do. And I came up with the song Miss Me. And then, like I said, I didn't want it to be like a sad song, even though I was going through, you know, certain things like that. But I wanted it to be more like a uplifting, like, oh, y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone type thing. So
that's what you hear when you listen to it, or
Yep.
is it kind of everything all at once?
yeah, it's when I listen to it, it's everything at once. And like I say, I feel like that song hit different because I made it around the time that I left. So like I feel a lot when I hear that song, and I feel like it mean a lot to me for sure.
Did you have the lyrics first or the beat first when you were?
I had the beat first.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah, man, that's a good
powerful song.
I appreciate that.
one. Yeah, you still is that still going in the set list? Do you perform that first or last? or-
Honestly, I really haven't even performed that song. Honestly, I might have performed it a couple times here, but I haven't performed it in Charlotte at all.
Oh, pop it on the set list.
Yeah,
Pop it on the set
You're right. You're right. I'm gonna have to. Now that you just said that, I'm gonna definitely make that happen for sure.
Are there any songs that you do like love to open with or love to close with?
I love opening with I always open out there with Big Business. That's my favorite song. Like, and it always hits because I got my brand usually there with me, and I'm able to like shout my brand out, and they see like how I was able to put it into my music as well, and it goes hand in hand type of thing. So I always like starting off with Big Business. I feel like it just shows them the business side of me. And then I like to close with My Stain. That's just my favorite song. I don't know. It's just a banger. I feel like a lot of people love that song, and it's just straight bars. So it just kind of give them like oh, she got flows for real, like type of thing. So them like my two favorite songs I like to open and close with. But like I perform a lot of unreleased music too, so a lot of times it's stuff that they probably, you know, won't actually see if I drop a visual to it or hear it in a while type of thing. So I do that a lot too. I just perform a lot of unreleased music, and then they're
Testing
like,
it out on the crowd.
yeah, and then they're like, "Where's that at?" And it's like unreleased. You know, you got to come to the show if you want to hear it.
But the overall pattern seem you really respect your fans, you love your fans, and you want their feedback. You need their interaction.
Definitely.
Versus, you know, some artists are kind of above their fans.
Yeah, no.
You're right there with them. I really like that.
Exactly.
And then the second track, this unreleased, this exclusive track, at least by the time we're recording this.
Right. Is the final name of it going to be Kalani Flow?
I don't know. I just literally like, honestly, when I be naming the songs, it be like sometimes even just the engineer name it. But like this, it was a Kaylani beat and I was on some like different type of flow. So I think that might be the name, honestly. Like I don't think too hard when it comes to the names. I kind of just either like go with like the first couple things I talk about the most in the song, or if I'm speaking on something different. But a lot of times I don't think too hard on it. I just, you know what I'm saying, it's a name, you know, so I think I might keep it.
And you said a little bit different of a flow. What inspired the switch up? Or the evolution, I should say.
I would say just like, for one, I've always been told since like middle school and elementary, like people know, like I remember one of my teachers, Chadwick, was telling me like, yo, you got this. We know you got the street stuff on lock. Like you should tap into like the other side of things. Like, and even if you tap into like the community side of, you know, you have a voice, you should really use it. You know what I'm saying? And you got bars. You don't be like, you know, we can all tell you come from that. You got that on lock. But so I don't know. I feel like even moving to like a lot of my music is stuff that I went through or stuff that I felt, and like I'm not in that state anymore, you know what I'm saying, in that mind state. So it's like I'm more so trying to go for like the R&B type vibe now. Right. It's kind of hard for me anyways. I know other rappers may do it, but I don't like to rap about stuff that I'm not doing, you know. And I feel like I did a complete 360 once I moved, like even becoming like even a better person for my team, for my business, stuff like that. So it's been a lot of changes since then. So I think that song is more so like the lane that I'm trying to go with type of thing. And I didn't cuss in that song either. So it's definitely a radio play. I think it's a deep song. I think it's relatable to everybody, you know, so I like it.
And what would be the ideal conditions for the listener? Is it, you know, it's Friday, Saturday night? Are they smoking on something? Are they sipping on something? Or is it any time of day? What?
I feel like you could just bang it. It don't even matter, you know what I'm saying? You could be sipping, it's definitely like, I wouldn't say it's a turnt song or nothing like that, but if you just in the house, you know what I'm saying, and just listening, like definitely that's one of them songs that you could just vibe out with, or in the car, riding, smoking, definitely a song you can vibe out with for sure.
Oh, that is awesome. I mean, we're almost out of time. We can't thank you enough for sitting down with us, sitting down with your fans, and giving them a peek behind the curtain, and giving us a glimpse into your creativity.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, where do you want fans to connect with you with this blue cameras here, if you want to let them know?
Yeah, you guys can look me up on all social medias, all platforms. That's Keke G. My Instagram, they said it, but I'll tell you guys again, you can look me up on Instagram at the official Keke G. Pretty much all social medias, all platforms, Keke G.
Easy peasy, man. We can't thank you enough for your time. Excited to see what you brought to Minnesota as far as the Rasta apparel gear.
Let us know about that cooking show.
Oh yeah, that's coming soon for sure. I love that idea actually.
I guess one more question I can ask you. Do you think Kaylani Flow is gonna have a music video?
It is. Yeah, I've already been trying to visualize it. It's so hard to me. It's definitely coming with a video for sure.
Oh, that's so exciting. Well, please don't stop what you're doing. Continue to hustle. And you're an inspiration to us. You're an inspiration to your fans. Don't stop. Please.
Keep going. I got it.
Exactly.
I got you.
Yeah, one state at a time, knocking them out. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, Keke G, and hopefully we can sit down with you again sometime.
Indeed.
Already can't wait for part 2.
Part 2 coming soon.
This has been Keke G on DogStar.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Be loco. Got so many different things on my mind at one time. I'm just focused on my grind. Certain words that you heard that I can't take back. But now I gotta face that. You claim you loyal, I was down, you can't erase that. Nah. When I bond, they can't break that. They want me, but I want you, I know they hate that. Lost nigga got my mind like a racetrack. I've been down for so long, put my pain up in this song. I bet they miss me when I'm gone. Certain words that you heard that I can't take back. But now I gotta face that. You claim you loyal, I was down, you can't erase that. Nah. When I bond, they can't break that. They want me, but I want you, I know they hate that. Lost my homie, got my mind like a racetrack. I've been down for so long, put my pain up in this song. I bet they miss me when I'm gone. This stressing is depressing, I'ma lose it. Feeling clueless, if I got it, I'ma use it. And you know, if I said it, then I do it. Probably saw it, I've been through it all. Facts is nothing to it. Just need a hug, not feeling love. If you ain't come from the mud, how could you judge? They kill my homie, I'ma always feel a grudge. Mind full of anger, got my eyes filled with blood, loco. I bet they miss me when I'm gone. 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 When I'm gone to the top, move states and I'm gone from them blocks. I rock a show and I can tell, so I know I gotta go. It's my shot. Bound to blow, I'm just watching the clock. But certain words that you heard that I can't take back. But now I gotta face that. You claim you loyal, I was down, you can't erase that. Nah, when I bond, they can't break that. They want me, but I want you, I know they hate that. Lost my homie, got my mind like a racetrack. I've been down for so long, put my pain up in this song. I bet they miss me when I'm gone. 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 I bet they miss me when I'm gone to the top. Peace over pain. I've been chasing my balance. You said that I'm cold, but yet I'm still trying. You call it love, I think it's bad timing. You say I'm distant, I call it surviving. How we go from vibing to feelings colliding. You say you hurt, but you thinking one-sided, yeah. Said you thinking one-sided. You said you want truth, but can't handle my silence. It's hard to find love in a world with no guidance. You said that I'm cold, but yet I'm still trying. You call it love, I call it bad timing. You say I'm distant, I call it surviving. How we go from vibing to feelings colliding. You say you hurt, but you thinking one-sided, yeah. Said you thinking one-sided. You said you want truth, but can't handle my silence. It's hard to find love in a world with no guidance. Peace over pain, I've been chasing my balance. Hard to find love in my heart when it's damaged. I done gave love, I done gave trust. Nothing was enough cause they still couldn't manage. Heart so cold, I done guarded my soul. Trying to learn to let go. Still got dreams, still got goals. Still fighting demons that nobody knows. Can't pour from a cup when it's empty, it's gone. Gave too much love, now the feelings is gone. Heart turned cold, but the trust been gone. Trying to hold on, but my strength long gone. Ice in my veins, I've been numb too long. Pain in my chest, but I still move on. Been through it all, but I still stand alone. Heart been broke, but my heart still strong. They said that I'm cold, but yet I'm still trying. But yet I'm still trying. You said that I'm cold, but yet I'm still trying. But yet I'm still trying. You said that I'm cold, but yet I'm still trying. But yet I'm still trying. I know I move different, this pain got me guarded. Can't trust the soul, I swear I'm so You said that I'm cold, but yet I'm still trying. You call it love, I think it's bad timing. You say I'm distant, I call it surviving. How we go from vibing to feelings colliding. You say you hurt, but you thinking one-sided, yeah. Said you thinking one-sided. You said you want truth, but can't handle my silence. It's hard to find love in a world with no guidance. You said that I'm cold, but yet I'm still trying. You call it love, I call it bad timing. You say I'm distant, I call it surviving. How we go from vibing to feelings colliding. You say you hurt, but you thinking one-sided, yeah. Said you thinking one-sided. You said you want truth, but can't handle my silence. It's hard to find love in a world with no guidance, yeah.